Hey there, this is a video response contest entry for Todd E Walnuts 100,000 views contest. Now, I think this may be the first time I've seen a views contest. I don't know that I've ever seen one of those before. Normally it's, 100 subscriber, 500 subscriber, 10,000 subscriber, whatever contest, that kind of milestone. I have seen anniversary contests, I've been on for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, something like that. And I did do a 500th video. I have seen a few of those type of things where, they've done 100 videos, they do those contests. But this may be the first time I've seen a views contest. I may be wrong, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many views I've had on my channel. I didn't know people watch, I kept track of that. But that's, what, this is cool. Awesome. Yeah, congrats to Todd for 100,000 views. I don't know how hard that is to get to, because honestly I've never tracked how many views I'm even getting. So wow, yeah, that's cool though. Like yeah, whew. Contest ends May 20th. So get your stuff in as soon as possible. I'll put a link to his channel as well as the contest video down below. You do have to be a subscriber, and you got to make a video that's like 5 minutes or longer. So plan to ramble on and talk about something, because yeah, you got to fill 5 minutes worth of stuff, of video footage, right? I guess technically you could just put the first question, because he's got two questions. Answer the first question, and then just sort of stare at the camera for a while, and then answer the second question, and have it be 5 minutes. And technically, it would meet the criteria. And as long as you meet the criteria, I guess there's nothing really you can do about it. But still. Actually, that's not, why didn't I think of that first? Like, I should have done that. That would have been kind of creative. Yeah, so let's get to answering the questions. First questions. What is the scariest movie you've seen and why? Now, for me, there have been a few movies that have kind of freaked me out over the course of my lifetime. I thought the original, the heck is it? Pang Brothers, original The Eye, for the first part of it, I thought that was kind of freaky. It scared me when I watched it, but it didn't really have any lingering effects. There have been films like trying to think. Poltergeist stuck with me. Every time I watched that, when it first came out, when I was younger, I used to hide under the covers and peek at it, because it freaked me out. Other movies didn't really do it, but that one definitely did. Candyman kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies watching it. It wasn't so much it scared me, but it was just that atmosphere, and the sound in that movie was really just kind of unnerving. Unnerving might be the word for it. So my sister, on the other hand, whew, Candyman. I used to be able to do that, Candyman, and it would freak her out. The same with the Poltergeist type thing. God is in his holy temple. That old man freaked her out. But that was, I think that's Poltergeist 2, technically. 2 and 3. Trying to think. Was it Blindness? Blindness, actually, I left the theater, I think it was Blindness. Is it called Blindness? Oh my god, now I don't know. The movie where everybody sort of gets stricken with that disease where they go blind. It's Blindness, right? That's the movie, right? Yes, they all go blind. That's the movie. Blindness left me shooken. When I left that theater, I was in shock. Like, that movie really got to me. Like, that was crazy. And I'd say that was probably that would probably be the last movie that got to me. But the movie that has scared me the most I have only ever seen when I was a kid, and I haven't seen it since. And for the longest time, it took me forever to figure out what that movie was. I didn't know what it was. I just remembered things that happened in it. And thanks to Facebook and putting it out there, I put it out, with all, and oddly enough, I put it out there to the Facebook community, and I have a lot, and I mean a lot of film people in my friend circle, be it filmmakers, actors, critics, historians, writers, like all sorts of different people. And I put it out there, and it wasn't one of them that actually got it. It was somebody else. It was a friend of a friend who managed to figure it out just simply by going through the internet and tracking it down. And that is the film called Shadow of the Hawk from 1976. It is... I'll give you the synopsis from IMDb. It says, the westernized grandson of a shaman returns to the wilderness to learn more about his Native American heritage. When he encounters powerful evil spirits, he enlists the aid of his lover and a local chief to stop the spirits. Now, it's funny because reading that totally would not be what I was thinking. Because in my mind, it is a guy who goes to like a mansion and he must piss off some shaman or something for some reason, and the shaman puts a curse on him. That's what I've always thought the movie was. And in it, it has this dude in this spooky like white native mask that sort of haunts this guy and attacks him, and then it's got this car that sort of attacks him type thing. And those images like really freaked me out. The white mask type thing, that was the first time I had ever seen anything with that sort of stark imagery. It's been used since then, like the white face with black eyes type thing, same type of deal. That look has been reproduced many times in various forms through films, and it's always kind of creepy. But this was the first time as a kid that I ever saw that. But I'll tell you right now, like that car and the driving with the lights, oh my god. I used to hide when I was a kid. If I was, say, playing outside at night type thing in the front yard and there was a car that was, turned around a corner and all I could see was the headlights, I would hide in the bushes thinking that car was coming to get me because of this movie. Now, like I said, I have not seen Shadow of the Hawk since it first aired, so I don't know if it is creepy or not, or scary or whatsoever, but I will say that it freaked me out when I was a kid when I saw it. And I think I saw it as, it was probably like a movie of the week or something like that, or whatever, Sundays or Saturday night, or whatever. It was on television. I'm pretty sure that's where I saw it. Yeah, it has Chief Dan George, which, classic. Dan George is awesome. And Jan Michael Vincent, two classics. I'm pretty sure it's shot in Canada. I could be wrong, but yes, shot in Canada, shot in Vancouver, BC. Yeah. That is that. If I had to pick a movie that was the scariest movie I've ever seen, Shadow of the Hawk, definitely, because I changed my behavior. It made me change my behavior, and therefore, you know what, that constitutes the scariest movie, right? If a movie affects you so much that you don't do something, if Jaws affected you so much that you never went in the water, or Psycho affected you so much that you were reluctant to ever take a shower again, then clearly those would be, the scariest movies to you. Shadow of the Hawk made me cower whenever I saw a car at night. And, yeah, so that's what I'm going with. It is available, I believe, on Warner Archives. I just haven't gotten around to getting it. I'm not big on the DVD-R things, but I think that's the only way I'm going to be able to see this movie again. So, yeah, I eventually am going to have to bite the bullet and pick that up. Second question is, who is the scariest, most badass, your favorite movie villain? Who's the scariest / your most badass / your favorite movie villain? Now, for me, it is I have to go with Freddy Krueger. Honestly, the idea of you are vulnerable when you fall asleep, because you need to fall asleep. The idea of a dude being able to control your dreams, essentially, to be able to get you in your dreams, who has knives for fingers, who's all burnt. Yes, he does get comical and stuff later on, but the idea of that as a villain is just, that dude is he's awesome, he's badass, and he's scary at the same time. And yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street is like my favorite slasher series of all time, so it makes sense. Yeah, that's who I'm gonna have to go with. And now I'm going to have to pull together some stuff, because the third question, he's got a 1, 1A, and then 2. I'm doing 1, 2, and 3. Get them all. I'm gonna get them all in there. And which movie do you own the most editions of? Show all editions. Well, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back and show it all to you right now. Okay, so fortunately I couldn't actually find all of my copies of this particular film, so I'm going to have to sort of circumvent things a little bit and essentially show you pictures. And that film that I have the most of actually came only beat out, I think, Army of Darkness and Evil Dead by like 1. I have 3 different versions of Army of Darkness and 3 different versions of Evil Dead. The big difference with those ones is I don't have the Blu-rays. If I had Blu-ray editions of those ones, then I would have more of those than I do this particular title. And this particular title is The Last Unicorn. Yes, my favorite movie. And the reason why this has the most editions is because I have 2 different versions of the VHS. I believe there are 3, at least domestic versions. There might be more if you include international ones. But the first one I ever had was this copy. And it was the first copy of the movie that I ever purchased. And I've had that for quite a while. Before DVDs and all that kind of such stuff. I then just last year, I think it was 2015, got this. I believe it's this copy on VHS, and I picked it up simply because I had never seen that before. Now I did see in a Value Village a German VHS of The Last Unicorn, and I was almost gonna buy it, but I didn't. The second version of The Last Unicorn I ever picked up was the DVD. This particular version here, the Alliance release of The Last Unicorn. I don't know if it had multiple DVD releases or not, but this is the one I had. This is the one, essentially, I've watched this one the most out of all of them. So, yeah, this is the one I've had, not the longest, but the one I've watched the most. Then, a few years back, I think I picked it up on release day, actually. The Blu-ray, The Last Unicorn. This is the, I think it was Lionsgate who put this one out. Maple Pictures. Yeah, so it's Carlton, Lionsgate, and Maple Pictures put this one out here. Complete with slip cover and such. Same art on both. And I picked that up now. Shout Factory has put out a release of this on Blu-ray as well. And it does have different encoding. It is a different, not a different print, but a different, they redid the scans and such. This one has a lot of noise reduction on it, and as such, I think it was this copy. Yeah, I think it's this copy. This such, people find is obviously it looks nice and clean, but when you go into fine detail and if you blow it up, the Shout Factory release, I believe, has more of that film look, whereas this one seems more modern looking. And it depends on what you're into. You want modern looking, you get this one. If you want more of the original look, the way it's supposed to look on film, as if you were showing it, say, in a movie theater, then you would get this Shout Factory. And I will get this eventually. I just haven't gotten it yet. You know, because, well, it's The Last Unicorn, man. It's my favorite movie, and I have 2 copies here, 2 VHS copies somewhere. I don't know where they are. I have the soundtrack. Like I said, I almost bought a German VHS for it. If I could find a beta copy, I would buy that. And again, like I said, I'm going to buy another Blu-ray version of it eventually. Simply because it is my favorite movie. So there you go. That is my answer to that. Again, congratulations to Mr. Todd E Walnuts for hitting that milestone of uber amounts of views. I will put a link to his channel as well as a link to the contest video down below. Go check him out. Participate in the contest. He's got a ton of great prizes, and I came really close to winning. Well, I didn't come close to winning the last one. But here's hoping for this one. Congrats, Todd. Yeah. Looking forward to more videos. Until next video, take care. Have a good one.